Where are you going, Holmes? Have you been invited somewhere?
We have been invited, Watson,
We have. Where to?
to the Baker Street Irregulars' annual dinner. They sent us an invitation. It is on the table.
A dinner? How could those street urchins afford anything like that? I can't understand your interest in them, Holmes. They're dirty. They wouldn't hesitate to steal your wallet.
Watson, you should be excited. It is a secret dinner. Its location changes every year. Read the menu. Sounds mouth-watering.
All right. We, the secret police of Baker Street, invite you, Sherlock Holmes,
Is he
and
saying it as
Dr.
badly as it's
Watson
spelt on there?
to
No?
our annual dinner.
No,
Menu,
he's saying it the right way.
entree, frozen rat head salad. Is this a joke?
Not at all. Pray continue.
Main course, sow's udder in Danny Nutcracker's way. Ah, sounds disgusting, Holmes. Hedgehog goulash. Street turnips in homemade juice.
Oh.
And it goes on.
Ah, I can hear them on the stairs now.
Well, we can't go there. We can't eat that.
Watson, you'll hurt the feelings of those poor children. We have to go.
Oh, Mr. Holmes.
It is fine, Mrs. Hudson.
Mr. Holmes!
Wiggins, Dr. Watson is getting ready. He will be delighted to join us. You don't look well, my young man. Is there something wrong? Don't tell me the dinner is cancelled.
Mr. Holmes is my brother Leighton. He's in a prison cell. They say he's killed 2 men. You have to help us, Mr. Holmes, because I know he didn't do it.
Where is he now?
From what I've heard, they took him to the yard, and they gave him a good beating already. You know what they're like. They'll hang him. They won't look any further.
Holmes, we have to help him.
And forget about the dinner? Wiggins, I'll take the case.
You're fantastic, Mr. Holmes. I'll be waiting for you at the crime scene. You'll be there, right? It's on Half Moon Street in Whitechapel.
Very well.
Bad shit happens on Half Moon Street. Well, I mean, bad shit happens in Whitechapel in general, so. It's purely based off of Assassin's Creed Syndicate, by the way. Bad shit always went down in Whitechapel. That's where Jack the Ripper was and everything. A very grungy part of town.
Apparently I should have went to the police station first.
Why?
Because up there it said to interrogate what's his name
Oh,
and
well,
look at
you-
his belongings.
Yeah, well, you gotta do that, but you also gotta investigate the crime scene. Come on, you always go to the crime scene first. You're good, by the way. I mean, it always gonna give you a whole list of shit right at the beginning.
Oh, I should watch it.
Oh, dude, look at that guy can afford a top hat and he's living on the street. What are you doing?
I didn't do that.
Oh, it's because you hit the edge of the map. You gotta turn around.
Oh.
I don't know why they would start you facing the edge of the map, but no, turn your camera. Oh, there was something there.
I seen it.
Oh, it's a door around the corner.
Oh. Oh, look at that.
Don't go in there yet, though.
No?
No, because the dead guys are down the street. And then there's also a constable somewhere to talk to. I think that's the right way. There might have been another corner back there, but I don't know.
It's pretty dark down here.
Well, that's why you got the lantern.
Yeah, it doesn't work very well.
Oh, yeah, dead dude on the right.
Check the corner out. Oh, is that the edge? Let's see.
Well, that's the corner,
There's
yeah.
nothing in the corner.
But there's 2 dead guys right there.
Well, that's what we're looking for.
Well, I mean, I didn't know that they'd be right next to each other. I mean,
I
how
get
old
it.
is his brother that he killed 2 guys like that close together?
Please, gentlemen, leave the scene now. Oh, Mr. Holmes, is that you?
Really?
Good evening, Constable...
Constable Marrow. I was here with Inspector Aberline during the Ripper case, Mr. Holmes,
Do you believe that's
back
also
in
another game?
'88. But then this is nothing like that case. With this one, we've got the murderer, the weapon, and the statements, which speak for themselves.
Of course, Mara. But you know that appearances can sometimes be deceiving. Who were the victims?
The 2 men here, both shot. The stabbed fellow was Brian Vercotti, a well-known ruffian. The other, Kenneth Butler, a jeweller by trade.
You spoke of statements. You have witnesses?
Well, I was there, so I gave my own statement. And then there were 2 other witnesses who said they saw the killer Chapman. Mr. Turner, a gentleman who lives in that flat over there. And Polly Powell, a flower seller, who was over at the far side of the street.
So, Constable Marrow, I should be delighted to hear your testimony.
I was standing at the north side of Half Moon Street. That was the side that you came from.
But you would have been unable to observe this part of the street, where we are standing now.
That is correct. But I saw the 2 victims slowly enter Half Moon Street, and then shortly after, the fireworks started. A few minutes after that, the fellow Chapman rushed towards me and ran into Half Moon Street.
Please continue.
I didn't pay attention, but suddenly I heard a woman's cries and police whistles on the other side of Half Moon Street. I rushed over there and I saw the 2 dead bodies on the ground. When I reached Whitechapel Street, I saw Leighton Chapman. He'd been caught by 2 police constables.
Did you hear the shots?
I didn't hear any shots. The fireworks were all over the sky. They were so loud I couldn't hear anything else.
I think the fireworks were for.
What were the fireworks in honor of, Constable?
Well,
Oh,
today's Queen
Victoria's
Victoria's birthday, Mr. Holmes.
Yes, I appear to have lost track of the days. It is May now, of course. Constable Marrow, what else caught your attention while you were running through Half Moon Street?
I saw nothing but rats, and I took the time to light every corner with my lamp.
Did you happen to look up at Mr. Turner's window when you were on Half Moon Street at that time?
Yes, I saw that the window was open, but no one was there. It was dark in the room.
Constable, your statements have
Right.
been of great value to me.
So I don't think that door that you were at leads up to the guy's apartment. Right? Because that would have been way too far back and around the corner. So I don't actually know what that one leads to.
He tried to stop the bleeding with his hand. Death was not instant.
Have enough pressure on that wound. Although back in these days, odds are he was dead whether or not he stopped the bleeding. What about his other hand, maybe? No? What about the blood? Oh, had you zoomed in on his hand? There you go. Had you? Yeah. He's got a tattoo.
A tattoo from Westgate Prison. Vicotti must have done some time there.
Diesel, do you mind? You keep slopping and you keep pushing yourself closer and closer to the microphone. Oh, you can examine that hand again for some reason. Alright, never mind. Well, there must be something
He
else here.
tried to
though, 'cause it
stop
was
the
white,
bleeding
so
with his hand.
There must be,
Death
otherwise it would have been
was
green,
not
right?
instant.
Can you check, like, underneath his hand there, where his belt is around there? Or maybe his pocket? Or
The bullet penetrated his stomach, a dreadful wound.
Can you check his pocket up there? No? What about... I don't know. Can you check his head? Hey.
Brian
not look
Vicotti
like that
suffered
was,
great. Not a
very
terrible way
clean
to
wound.
die.
Looked like he really did not enjoy that. Okay, so that was the thug, right? And then this guy's the jeweler.
Jeweler.
Single bullet wound to the
The
head.
bullet struck his head. This man didn't stand a chance.
Well,
No.
at least that one was quick. Oh, and you have a right bumper up this time. I'm assuming it's going to be for that little shiny thing there. That might be all that's left then. Oh. Got a key. I'm assuming that'll be to his store.
This is an ordinary key. I wonder what kind of door it opens.
I mean, probably had something to do with that guy. That it? Plate? A stuck object. That's... Oh.
A piece of wood that has
It looked
stuck
really
between
shiny
the
to be able to
cobblestones. Let us take a closer look.
Okay. Okay, it looks like the end of a cane or something, right? Spin it. Right stick spins it. Yeah, it looks like the end of a cane.
This shard of wood is quite new.
Oh, and that's it for him. Okay, so I think if you keep going left, you'll hit the street with, that's the dude whose window's up there, and then to the left is the flower lady.
Good evening, Mr. Turner.
I heard Constable Barrow reply to you as Mr. Holmes. Are you that detective gentleman? I've heard of you. And well, I know things about this evening.
Excellent. Might we hear your story?
Don't forget X. Alright, let's see. Poor life, maybe? Limping. And war veteran, I think, is what they are. But I don't know how you... I'm not sure about the poor life. Doesn't seem right. Your bumpers, by the way. Don't forget those. Oh, that would probably be for veteran. What about his buttons? He's missing buttons. Maybe that'll say... No? Oh, yeah. Oh, it was poor life. What do you know? And then limping. So probably his leg or... A cane! Bump, bump, bump. Okay. It didn't go low enough for you to... Okay, whoa. Check around. I swear that one says limping, so maybe check his R. Oh, whoa, you had it there. Hit the other bumper. There. There you go.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
I was already in bed when the fireworks started. A few moments after, I clearly heard 2 gunshots from outside.
Please continue.
I quickly got up and I grabbed the lamp from my nightstand and I rushed towards the window. I looked down and I saw 2 bodies. And there was a man with a gun who was standing nearby.
Where exactly?
Well, near this body.
Did he notice you?
I don't think so. He rushed towards Whitechapel Street without looking around.
Mr. Turner, did you see anyone else in the street?
No, I saw no one but that man, the murderer, the fellow they caught.
Were the 2 shots you heard consecutive?
Yes, there was a very short pause between them, and they sounded different somehow. It seemed to me that the second shot was louder than the first.
That is an interesting comment. Mr. Turner, what were your actions after you stepped up to the window?
I was afraid that the man with a gun might return, so I stayed close to the window till I saw the policeman coming in the Half Moon from Whitechapel. Then I walked out to tell them everything I saw.
You have helped us a great deal,
What, you
Mr.
didn't believe
Turner.
him? Okay. And you have clues, but you may as well go talk to the lady at the end of the street first. Yeah, I want to say that this one's, like, really short. I don't actually remember, like, who it was that did it or anything. Yeah, weird. I remember very
Mrs.
little about
Howell?
this case, which is,
What do you
you
want?
think I remember the most
My
about
name
it.
is
It's the last
Sherlock
one.
Holmes. I'm assisting the police with their investigation of the crime that took place this evening.
Well, I've already gave my testimony, but very well.
Could you tell us everything that you may have seen or heard?
Yes, yes. I was selling my flowers as usual, and then the fireworks began, in honour of Queen Victoria. I enjoyed those. But then, all of a sudden, a young lad ran out of Half Moon Street and stopped just by me. He had a gun in his hand. He was like a ghost, and all covered in blood. It was dark, but I could see him because of the flashes from the fireworks.
And then?
I screamed as loud as I could. I knew that a policeman should be on duty in the vicinity. He had no time to escape. 2 constables got him. Then another constable came out from the very same street, and I heard him talking of a horrible murder.
Mrs. Powell, did you hear the gunshots?
I'm not sure. You know, what with the fireworks?
Weird that they don't give you the option to examine.
Did
her.
you see anyone else leaving Half Moon Street, prior to or at the time of the crime?
No, sir, I did not. Even with all the fireworks, I was very attentive, as I'm always on the lookout for customers.
My thanks to you, Mrs. Powell.
Apparently she's not going to be very important. Nah, yeah. Alright, let's see what we got for clues. Turner's view, and that makes sense. 2 victims in different shots. Nope. Okay, so that means nothing. So I guess just try the common statement and 2 victims. Nope. Alright, so apparently we had those 2 clues that could fit together. Good to know. Let's see what it tells us. Wow. Alright. Mr. Turner said that he remained at the window. The constable did not see it. Okay. Alright, so now let's go check out Mr. Turner's flat. What was his first name?
Ryan, I want to say.
Sure. We're probably about to, meet him again anyway, but still. Oh, Wiggins is here. That's Wiggins.
Yeah.
Hiding, not very well. You're not. I don't think you can talk to him. No, other way. He's that one. Oh, that door. Gotta talk to him, probably.
Get out of my way.
Well, you gotta ask him to see.
I don't want to.
Well, you have to ask.
No, I don't.
I mean, you do if he won't move.
Mr. Turner, you have stated that you remained close by your window after the crime. Is that correct?
Oh, yes, Mr. Holmes. I stayed at my window until the policeman arrived to examine the dead bodies.
Turner's contradiction, I guess.
That is very interesting, Mr. Turner. Constable Marrow stated that he did not see anyone at the window when he was running through Half Moon Street.
Well, I think Constable Marrow and me, we might have been distracted by the whistles and shouts coming from Whitechapel. We could have missed each other somehow. You understand what I mean? It was a bit of a stressful moment, to tell you the truth, sir.
Allow me to form my own theories, Mr. Turner. Would you mind showing me the view that you had from your window?
Not at all, Mr. Holmes. Please, follow me.
Man, that's a bad limp.
Mr. Turner appears to live very modestly.
So now we get to rifle through this guy's house while he's in it. Look, there's a cane right there. The Times, map. I'm assuming that other thing on there is a newspaper. Oh, apparently that cane isn't an important one. Alright. You want to look not at the floor? I'm sure there might be clues down there, but, that's the exit.
I know, I wasn't going there.
Well, it's the direction you were walking. You don't have to be so testy about it. Is that the right window? I would assume so.
So, that's the view Mr. Turner had when he
That's a
opened
good
the
view
window.
of the street.
Well, he did say the constable did say the window was open.
Yeah, but that he couldn't see anything. I don't know what you're supposed to be looking for here, though. I mean... Oh!
There it was.
Oh.
Brian
the body.
Vercotti's contorted corpse.
Okay, I'm not quite sure why you'd have to...
The dead body of Kenneth Butler.
Yeah.
Mr. Turner had a perfect view of the crime scene. He saw the bodies clearly, and Leighton Chapman standing over
And the
them.
game needed us to examine both bodies to figure that out. Why? Couldn't you have just opened the window and been like, this is a great view of the crime? I wouldn't talk to him yet. I'd keep searching his
I'm
place.
not going to talk to him.
Oh. Okay. We got a knife.
This kitchen knife is
tray,
quite sharp.
Well, you
Salt
know,
and pepper shaker.
good kitchen knife then.
Oh, you got your right bumper as well. Yeah. I don't know what it would be detecting, but... Okay, sweeping? Sure.
Where?
Apparently there.
Oh,
There
there.
are
it was.
pieces of shredded paper scattered over the table.
Sure.
This kitchen knife was used to cut the paper.
I mean, does that looks just like cuts in the table. Whatever. Okay, so maybe we need to find some shredded paper or something. There's papers on the...
I can't go over that way.
No. Oh, never mind. Guess not those ones. I think you can check out his bedroom, too. Not that it would have anything to do with the crime scene, but I think you can still check it out.
Well,
just
there was
because.
paper in here too, but it wouldn't let me examine anything.
No, there's
either.
paper everywhere. He fucking doesn't throw out anything,
Where
apparently.
the hell's his bedroom?
Right there. Oh, and apparently can examine the fireplace as well.
Oh.
Did
Didn't
you
let
really
me do
miss
that
that?
last night.
Well, I don't think you looked right at it.
This
last
fire
time.
is dying out. It was last
How do you know
tended
it was
to
over
over
an
an
hour?
hour ago.
Oh, and right bumper again. Ooh, good work. Ashes, y'all. Oh, burnt paper. Are you really gonna just pull that out? Yep, alright, sure, why not? Oh my.
The papers are almost entirely burned.
Yeah,
I am
no
unable
shit.
to see what's written here.
You can rotate it.
I am.
And I guess still not
These
legible.
words are
Yeah.
illegible.
What a surprise. We're gonna have to...
The papers were thrown into the fire just a short while ago.
So what, he cut up and then tried to burn paper? I honestly expected him to make us take those and try and put them back together and do something to make it legible again.
See, it didn't let me do them last time either.
No, it
The
didn't.
books on this shelf are in a mess. It looks as though Mr. Turner was
Okay.
trying to find
Now
something
maybe
in a
you can
hurry here,
investigate the
a
game.
short while ago.
Bet you it's got a tip broken off.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, and I bet you we're gonna try and put that tip back on.
A perfect match. So,
Oh my god.
Mr. Turner broke his stick when it became stuck between the cobblestones. He did not mention that he was so near to the victims.
So near the victims, you found that piece of wood basically underneath the one guy. Okay. Maybe just his... Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, let's go in here, dude.
Let's see what we got. I think that at some point we're
Mr.
going to have to do
Turner
another
was
one of those
roused from his
reenactment
bed
things
by the sound
to
of
prove that he
gunshots.
couldn't have possibly made it to the window and da-da-da-da-da. Oh, like that, left bumper. Determine the correct sequence of events based on details you have gathered. So you're going to have to look around to see what events are taking place right now. Look. Oh, there you go. You got the ghost behind you. You might want to look up a bit so you can actually see above their head. Okay, so look to the left. That's your right. Oh, too far. There you go. Got up from bed. Odds are that's the first one. Okay, now you gotta keep moving. Look. Okay, so you would have placed the stick last, not first.
Where'd he go?
Well, look to your right. Because there's another one there. Look up to see what it says. Okay, well, he wouldn't have threw anything into the fire first. So out that way. Around back to the kitchen. I know it sucks when you can't go both ways past something, eh? So I would assume that he would have... Okay, well, it doesn't look like he...
No, can't do that.
So would he have opened the window and looked out first, or would he have... or went down first? You would assume that he would have had to open the window first, right, to see what was happening. But why do you keep moving forward? And then after that... I mean, he
Well,
would have.
then I would say that he would have went down and took something.
Okay, so then you gotta look out the window and click on that one. Thankfully, you don't have to walk all the way down there to do it. There you go.
Where?
You're there. Okay. So then he probably would have came back. He probably would have put the stick back then, right?
I
Because it
thought
was
it
busted.
said broke stick.
Yeah. No, it did. He broke the stick down there. But then if you look to the left, in the other room, that one over there by the wall says that he puts the stick back.
Okay. So that one?
That one, yeah. Just hit A.
Oh.
The thing's over it. You're good. Okay, and then the papers looked like they were cut before they were burned, so I'd assume
Oh,
cut
yeah.
paper and then hit A again.
Why?
Because you walked too close to that one, it disappeared and took away your other. There you go. Now back up a step. Back up. You're standing in the ghost. It doesn't like that. There you go, and then that one, I guess. There you go. Now I guess watch sequence and hope it works. Trigger, not bumper. You shut it off. Every time, Mom. There you go. Trigger to watch sequence. Alright, so he gets out of bed.
Oh, come on, Creeping Christmas. Let's go.
Can you turn the camera at all? Oh, you can't. Wow. Well, I mean, A is fast forward, but I don't know.
How did he get down there and take something from them if the constable was running over there?
Well, because he could have done it after they were shot. You don't know how long between the shots and the constable getting there, because the constable even said that he didn't hear the shots. Because he said that, the fireworks went off, he didn't hear any shots, and another guy came running by. Oh my god, are we going to have to watch him walk the entire way down there? Okay, well, let's fast forward to. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay, and then he grabbed the shit, went back up, broke his stick, went back upstairs, put his stick away, because why wouldn't he? Cut up whatever papers he had.
That he took.
And then threw it away.
So Mr. Turner used a book to hide an object that he found on Kenneth Butler's body.
Oh, okay.
The question is, what
So he
did
cut
find?
out of a book. Well, I mean, dude was a jeweler, so he probably, stole some jewels. Your bumpers. Fat prints.
I can see prints from greasy fingers upon the cover of this book.
How greasy was
Let us
that guy's
take a
finger?
closer look.
That you could just
Maybe
see
I
the
check-
prints. Wow. All right.
Moby Dick.
Well now,
Oh,
what a
bracelet.
find. A precious jewel concealed inside a book.
How hard do you think it is to do that?
So that's what he took. He cut the pages out of the book.
Yeah. You're going to have to examine it somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
Oh, there you go. Ram's
A
head.
bracelet with a unique ram's head design. A distinctive feature of
Hellenistic
ancient
era.
Grecian artifacts.
Why not?
Probably of the Hellenistic era.
Alright, I guess we should go talk to the old fuck.
Around the table, Holmes. Oh, what was that?
That's you've already done it. I'm pretty sure you got every. Oh.
No.
That sucks. There you go. It lined you up perfectly for him, though. All right. What do you have to say for
Mr.
yourself
Turner,
now?
how would it be possible for a man of advanced years, such as yourself, to rush from his bed to the window in a matter of seconds, as you have stated?
Well, I'm able to move very quickly, despite my age. And when the situation requires it, Mr. Holmes.
X. I guess his limp. Because that would be the only thing I would
I
contradict him
highly
walking.
doubt that, Mr. Turner. I observe that you suffer a severe limp due to your injured right leg. It would have taken at least 10 seconds for you to approach the window. That means you could have easily missed something or someone in Half Moon Street during that time.
You're right, Mr. Holmes. I could have missed something. But it did seem to me that everything happened so quickly. Oh, time can pull tricks on you.
And what of everything else that you told us? Mr. Turner, it is vital that we have your complete and true statement.
Mr. Holmes, I do assure you that the
Oh,
other
get
things
ready
I
for
said
it.
were most sincere.
That's got to be the bracelet, right? Be like,
Mr.
bam!
Turner, you were not sincere with me. Not then, and not now.
But Mr. Holmes,
This, Mr. Turner, does not look like anything that a poor man might possess. It is worth more than the home that you live in.
I can explain.
No, merely correct me if I am wrong. You saw Leighton Chapman through the window, but you also noticed a glittering object on the ground, this precious jewel. You walked down and took the bracelet from the body of Kenneth Butler, and when you heard the whistles, you hurried away. That broke your walking stick. It caught fast between the cobbles. Constable Marrow was unable to see you in the window as you were climbing up the stairs on your way back to your flat. Upon returning home, you hid the precious jewel inside a book.
Mr. Holmes, please don't send me to prison. I didn't do anything bad. I'm just a poor man. When I chanced upon the bracelet, I saw it as an opportunity to make a little money. I was desperate. I only took the bracelet, that's all, I swear.
You made a mistake by lying to me. But you are not a criminal. I believe that. Although I must return this bracelet to its rightful owner.
Alright. Do you think the constable knows who the bracelet belongs to? I don't know who else would. I mean, the only other guy who would know where the bracelet belongs is dead.
Yeah.
So, well, maybe he'll point us in the direction of the jewelry shop or something. Maybe that's what that other door was.
Maybe.
That might have been like the back door to it.
It would be my pleasure to assist you with your investigation, Mr. Holmes.
That's it. Okay,
No,
so
we don't want your help, Dick.
okay, you can Whoa, there's
I
a pole.
I see it.
A fairly long pole with a forked end.
Okay, that'll come in handy later, I guess. I mean, we still have to go to Scotland Yard and talk to the dude and look through his shit. I mean, what's with the marks on the ground? Looks like something was dragged through there. Right?
Yeah, but it would have to be something really heavy.
Or just really dirty.
No, that's gouges in the...
Yeah.
But it's not letting me do anything with it.
No. Well, I imagine we'll probably end up back here at some point to investigate it. Because like I said, I know something about this case that we can't investigate, or that we haven't investigated yet. Oh, you can try that door now.
I am. As soon as I get around the corner.
Yeah. Because I don't know what the door... Oh, look at that, there's more. Are
Yeah.
you sure that's gouges and not just like really shitty
No,
graphics?
it's gouges.
Huh. Weird. Guess this street gets a lot of traffic. And apparently the sidewalk.
Hello?
That is the right door.
Hello?
Oh, there it is.
Hello, don't walk away.
Locked.
Oh.
Man, if only you had a key to try.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's another... Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have the option to use it, though.
What?
Locked.
Well, because it doesn't give you the option to use it.
Want to talk to Bum?
No, because you tried that last.
Well, we're going to Scotland Yard then.
That's fair. You think someone here knows about the bracelet, or you think we're gonna have to check our encyclopedias for a Grecian from the Hellenistic era, like a museum display or some shit? That would probably be in the newspaper there.
Maybe.
You think we got a newspaper from the Hellenistic era?
It's cold in here.
Is it?
Mr. Holmes, whatever brings you here so late at night?
I'm interested in the case of young Leighton Chapman. He was arrested earlier this evening and accused of a double murder.
I beg your pardon? That case is quite clear to the police. Or are there any new facts that we don't know about?
Who knows, Inspector?
Look, you are free to investigate, of course, Mr. Holmes. Chapman was arrested with a revolver in his possession, which you can find in the evidence room. The suspect himself is in custody.
Did you find anything else on his person?
A few personal belongings.
Stop tuning your
Nothing
fingers.
particular,
I'm
Mr.
not
Holmes.
tuning my fingers.
Thank
I'm trying
you,
to get
Lestrade.
hang of it. When have you ever known me to chew my fingers?
Well, get one out of your mouth.
Well, it did, because I'm trying to get the hangnail out, but it's too far in there. I can't. I would need tweezers. That's the morgue.
That's the morgue. I don't need to go in there.
I check out his belongings
investigation
first.
room.
Just because most of the time when you do that, you end up having to ask them about the stuff you find, so. Okay, so we got smokes, a revolver, pocket watch.
So this is the gun that Leighton was holding when he was caught by the police.
A Webley?
It is a Webley revolver,
way.
a reliable weapon.
Means nothing to me, really, but...
It seems as though the shells were not removed from the cylinder.
Yeah, well...
I'm sure you'll take them.
Nope. Ah, I see. Now you're gonna have to see how many shots were fired out of it. You can up and down too.
I know.
There you go. So 2 shots were fired out of it.
2 out of the 6 shells have been fired. There were 2 shots.
Okay, well the old guy already told us that, but he also said that the second shot sounded different than the first, right?
A cheap watch, bought with his own money, no doubt.
And then
His supper.
maybe.
These cigarettes are filled with cheap tobacco. Nothing interesting.
Okay. So that's that. I don't like how they close the doors behind you in this game. Although I guess it does help if like you're going back down that hallway next time, you know, then you won't have to
Please escort this
close
suspect
the door.
for
You get
interrogation.
stuck on it going back down the hallway. So this is
Good evening,
Wiggins' big
Mr.
brother,
Chapman.
eh?
Who are you? I've
Oh,
got nothing to
it's a
say.
nasty scar.
It's all a mistake.
Calm down, Leighton. I have come here to help you. To find out if you truly are innocent, as your younger brother Wiggins has told me.
My brother. You know him. Then that means you're...
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh,
Because there's only
blimey.
one adult who talks
All
to
right,
who
Mr.
talks
Holmes.
to Wiggins,
I'll tell
apparently.
you everything.
Wow, that was easy. Don't forget your apps. Office clerk. Shh. What? What? Oh. Oh. What?
Deep scar, occasional fights, grew up on the streets. Yeah, well, we can all tell he grew up on the streets. Are you gonna go that way? Oh my.
Oh wow. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's actually
Somebody.
something new
Oh,
there.
well, they said the kid said he beat him up.
Ah, resisted arrest. Hot-headed. Alright. Committed a crime, and I'm pretty sure that other one says office clerk, but I don't know how you would tell that. Oh, because he has the prison tattoo. So how do you determine if someone is an office clerk?
Where are you going?
Well, if it's going back up, Mom, then it's not gonna take you any further that way. So maybe something to do with his clothes. I don't know what exactly. Oh, there you go. Sure, why not?
Because he's wearing a scarf?
Apparently, it's a fancy scarf, Mom. Are you gonna? There you go.
Good. Tell me your account of what happened.
I left my work and I hurried up to see the fireworks in Whitechapel. I was late, so I decided to cut through Half Moon Street. I saw the first fireworks light up in the sky. I bumped into a constable on a corner before entering Half Moon. Then suddenly, what with all the firework flare, I saw 2 men. They were both lying flat in the middle of the street. I stopped where I was. I thought about turning back to the police, but as I was thinking of that, I saw a third person. He was leaning over the body that was furthest from me. The second I saw him, he raised his head and he stared at me. In a flash, I saw his gun, but he made a dash for it instead and he escaped through Whitechapel Street.
So you might still have had time to return to the constable.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Anyway, I approached the bodies just to see if they were still alive. I saw that one had blood pumping out of his stomach. He was dying. It was horrible. Second one was already dead. He had a hole in his head. He was holding a gun in his hand, though. I took it, and then I followed the third man.
Okay.
Interesting. Pray, continue.
I turned a corner, and I saw the man standing in the middle of the street. He seemed to be in some sort of panic. And then, Mr. Holmes, something strange happened. I told the police and they laughed at what I said, but I swear to you, my words are true. I started running towards him. But then I was blinded by a flash. It was so bright that I hardly saw anything for a good dozen seconds. But I kept running forward. As I arrived in Whitechapel, I heard a woman screaming. And then I was caught by the police. But there wasn't a trace of that man. Of course, then they found a gun and all that blood. I couldn't see the murderer escaping and all that mess. Perhaps I was still half-blinded at that moment.
A thrilling account, my young man.
So he saw a flash and the guy disappeared, eh? You know what
Layton,
that means?
are you
He
able
was
to
an ninja.
describe the person whom you
Smoke
saw
bomb in his
standing in
hands.
Half Moon Street?
Well, I wasn't able to see his face at all. It was too
Indeed.
dark. And he was too far away. I could see his silhouette.
And what about that?
Nothing so special. He was wearing a jacket. He was quite average in size and his weight.
I see. Was there anything else that struck you at the time?
No. But perhaps it's strange, but I can't remember the sound of his footsteps as he was running away. Perhaps it was because of the fireworks or the surprise of me seeing him.
Layton, I confess I am puzzled. Why should a young lad like you take a gun from the hands of a dead man and set off in pursuit of a probable killer?
I know. Keep wondering that, but at the time it was like a reflex. A criminal ought to be arrested, and he was armed.
You were willing to risk your life. That was a little foolish, unless you wanted revenge.
No, Mr. Holmes. I was just being brave and stupid.
X. I guess prisoners? Nothing else on there has anything to do with
I'm sure
them.
that you were, but I believe that you may have recognized one of the victims, Brian Vercotti. You knew that gentleman well, did you not?
However could you know that?
You have a typical tattoo of the Westgate Brotherhood upon your hand. I observed exactly the same mark upon Mr. Vercotti. You came to know him from your sharing a past prison sentence. Am I correct, Mr. Chapman?
God. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Would you tell me a little about Brian Vercotti?
We were convicted for a robbery. Once in prison, both of us joined one of these fraternities. During that year, we tried to help each other out, you know?
You were quite young then, I believe.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, we were. We'd only stolen a pound of meat. After we were released and when I saw what my little brother had become, I decided to work towards living an honest life.
And Vercotti?
He had a hard time. His sister had died in a Whitechapel dispensary while he was in prison. He had no family anymore. Our paths split. He fell back into crime.
So you lost him?
Yes. And for around 2 years, I heard no news of him at all.
We shall see you soon, young man.
Alright. So I'm guessing... Okay, so we still need to figure out where the bracelet came from. And where the guy disappeared to in the alley, but... First things first, evidence. Old acquaintance, okay. So maybe that with his statement or something, maybe? I don't know. I don't know where else that would come into play. No, like latent statements. Nope, okay. I don't know. Okay. Two fire, that one with the different shots, maybe? Hey! Okay, let's see, what else? What does the loot list say? Nothing of any value in his possession when he was called by the police directly after the crime. Alright. I don't know what that has to do with anything. Well, I mean, I don't know what it would have to do with the rest of this. Oh my god. Everyone just, it's like, no, pick me, pick me. Okay, there you go. Okay, Diesel, you gotta stop, boy. 2 victims and the revolver, maybe? Because there was 2 shots fired out of it. Hey. Fuck me, they're just not going anywhere, are they?
Didn't we just take 2 victims?
Well, yeah, we took 2 victims and the revolver, but click on it. Check with his statements. No? Click on the revolver one again? Yeah, because we had already done that one. So, I would just try and connect them all together now. What do we got? Okay, so Turner could hear the contrast between 2 fired shots, and as in fact 3 shots were made. First a single shot was fired, and then 2 guns fired simultaneously directly afterwards. Okay, Turner could hear the contrast between 2 different fired shots that they were made from different points.
He didn't say that.
Well, you wouldn't. No, but that would explain why he...
Seemed different. Heard the...
I mean, I would go with the other one first, though. Because if you look at it... Well, no, it's just, look, if you look at it, then it gives us something extra to investigate. And generally, if it wants you to investigate something else, it's the right choice. Well, yeah, very good. I mean, could have had a personal motive. Okay. Can we link any of the rest of the clues?
What?
So can we link the rest of the clues?
No.
You didn't try them all, though.
Yeah, I did.
You tried connecting one to the rest.
No.
See?
What?
See? I don't know if any... Just click on it.
Shut.
I think you tried that one already. The person whom Leighton Chapman describes in his statements as a fragment of his own imagination. Sure.
That's figment.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Not a fragment.
Whatever. Okay.
Don't whatever me.
Well, whatever. You already clicked on that one. You need the other
Oh.
white one at the bottom. The witness testimonies and the crime weapon clearly point to one possible. Alright, let's go do our test of whatever the fuck it is for the simultaneous shots. You might want to check your journal though to see what it says about that. Because to see where we need to go for it or something. Solve the crime. Okay, investigate the ancient bracelet. Examine the dead bodies and perform a reenactment. Do you think they were back at the thing, or?
Well, one way to find out.
Well, I mean, otherwise, because you wouldn't be able to perform a reenactment if they were in the basement. If you're going to do a reenactment, it's got to be at the thing, right? You know you can just travel from your journal.
I'm going to the morgue.
Well, you passed it.
No, I didn't. It's right here. What? Holmes, you fucker.
That's the evidence room. The morgue is across from Lestrade's office. Right there. Sherlock's having issues with doors, man. I think it's the fact that he always looks at his feet when he walks.
Oh, shut up about the feet.
Well, I mean...
They're not here.
Well, I said that
body over here.
I said that they wouldn't be there because you can't perform a reenactment in the morgue.
Oh, I thought you said to examine the bodies.
Well, it does. It says examine the bodies to perform a reenactment. But you would need to have them where they were to do the reenactment, right? So you can do that, or you can check, or I was going to say, or you could go back to Baker Street to find out where the bracelet went. So it's a Greek ninja. Wanted his bracelet back.
Maybe. David Copperfield.
I think this is a little bit before Copperfield, and I
Just
don't
say
know
it
how
was a
old.
magician.
I don't know exactly how old Houdini is, so I don't know how. You know.
Could have.
Yeah. Although wasn't Houdini American?
He wasn't allowed to travel, dude?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he did. Which way? Okay, well, not that way. Oh, there's the bum. So there we go, this way. It's good to know. You got a horse and carriage blocking one side and you can't pass the bum. Alright. So I'm assuming that if you had picked the other...
What's up with you, lad? What are you
thing that
waiting
didn't
for?
do the investigation,
I'm
just would
waiting
have been
for my
like,
brother to be
dude's guilty
released.
and-
Your brother?
The one that you caught, beat up and imprisoned.
Ah, the murderer.
He ain't killed no one, copper.
Watch your mouth, lad, else you'll be joining that worthless brother of yours.
Oh, there you go, left bumper. There you go. One of the victims possibly fired his gun twice. Find out who. Okay, well, who did he say he got the pistol off of?
The jeweler.
The jeweler? Okay, well, that's that guy that you're facing.
Okay.
So just hit A. Okay, so turn around.
Okay, well, he had a shot that went like...
Yeah, I see that. So turn around. Turn the camera. Okay, so I guess go and investigate over there to see if there's a bullet hole. What would have made Sherlock assume that they fired all the way up there? I don't know. Go check the other guy, maybe. Maybe he'll give you one that's a little bit more reasonable. I mean, that's... How bad does Sherlock think these guys' aim is? Oh, you can examine
I
this
am
one.
unable to see any higher. I need to find
Oh,
something to
bet you
lift
can use a
my
stick.
lamp.
Where was the stick?
I think it was at the other end of the street. It was along
Oh,
one.
it was by the door. Over at
Well,
the
it's-
corner by the door.
No, it wasn't that far. It was in the... Oh, there it is.
Oh.
I was going to say it was in this path, but I just didn't remember which side it was on.
I lose it.
To your right.
There's the wall.
Left. Up. There you go.
This should
See,
be
now this
useful.
is one of those things, right, where it's like... I get that Sherlock's smart and all,
Stop walking on the bodies.
but why would he assume that the one guy fired, like, wrong bumper? And there you go. Left a bit. There you go. Okay, I guess just wiggle the stick around. Let's see. I don't see a bullet hole, but to be fair, this is the wrong guy for it.
Well,
Nothing interesting here.
really wet.
It does. Well, I mean, it's Britain, right? It's always raining. You know, comes with being an island and not at the equator. Oh yeah, you don't have to pick the... You're gonna have to select the other guy first.
Oh.
Wow, even in first person, you stare at his feet. Man, if the developers had taken time to actually give Sherlock legs in first person, they would have got their money's worth out of these videos. Gotta look at the other guy. Use the right... There you go.
He just shot me.
He did. He shot you right in the head. There you go. But I still don't understand why Sherlock would assume that they shot so high up. It ain't. There you go. Wiggle it around. Oh, there we go. That was fast.
This is most definitely a bullet hole. The brick cracks are fresh. Watson, there was a third shot fired in this street.
Hey. Okay, so hit Y. Third shot in one or the other. Maybe both. Who knows? Okay. The two victims are still there. And alright. You've already done those two. I don't know. There's just got to be something else that connects them. But we got that one. That can't be anything different. Okay. And then we have a decision to make. This one was one that we already had, right? I mean, I would still assume it was a double murder. But maybe not. I mean, there's not really any evidence to say they both had a gun, but what happens if you pick that one? Does it change? It's raw. It can contradict with something else. So, okay. So I guess I don't know. We got to do the disappearing man thing, but I don't know what they want us to do with that. Maybe they want us to investigate to see where he went. So go turn. I don't know where are you? Turn around.
The dead people are behind me.
Okay, well go that way and take a left. Because that would have been the way that they came from.
Go back to old lady.
Well, no, like this is the way that.
Stop walking on the dead bodies.
This is the way that the kid chased the killer, right? So if he disappeared, it would have been over here. Oh, now you can talk to Wiggins.
I'll do anything to save my brother,
right.
Mr.
Oh,
Holmes.
that
Yeah,
was
whatever, Wiggins.
Look around and up. Up.
What do you think, he was Spider-Man and climbed the walls?
No, Mom, he was a ninja, remember?
Oh, ninja.
Because, okay, so the lady said that she didn't see anyone but the kid come out, which means that the guy and the kid chased the dude around the corner before he got blinded. So you're not, he didn't go that way. Which means that the guy went somewhere while he was in the alley. Hit your journal and see what it says. For objectives. Oh, talk to Constable Marrow. Okay.
I'll talk to him again.
Well, I was going to suggest that when it was there and it said that you could talk to him, but I'm like, well, what the fuck did he have to say? We're almost out of time anyway.
We're not talking to you again, Wiggins, so don't even do it.
I mean, because it was so bad talking to him the first time.
Well, you know, he's just whining.
Yeah, well.
His brother's in jail. He knows he didn't
Constable
do it.
Marrow, I would value your assistance in this investigation.
It would be my pleasure, Mr. Holmes.
He knows.
I would
Holmes
like
is
to
gonna
make
get him
sure
out.
that there are no places in Half Moon Street where a man could hide while you were running through it with your lamp.
All right, Mr. Holmes, what should I do?
Take your lamp and start walking, just as you did before, and try to find me.
Understood.
I'm going to play hide and seek with the constable.
Wow.
Well, I mean... Okay, so get to walking.
So I'm the constable now.
Yeah, you're the constable now. You gotta find Sherlock. Check your corners.
Mr. Holmes.
Okay. And that way. Oh, left. There you go. Nope.
I don't know if this is actually what he did.
Well, I mean, you just got... I mean, Sherlock's right there.
I see him. There's really no place to,
Well, no, that's what you're proving.
Boo!
I can see you very well, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find
That was
another
too
place
easy.
to hide.
It's gonna give you a harder time this time. To be fair, he's still technically harder to find than Isabella is. At least it's not...
Oh!
Okay. Well, I take that back. He's just...
Hey, do you want to tell him you found him?
Well, you gotta look at him. Turn a little bit more. There you go.
Here you are, Mr. Holmes.
All right, Constable. Let's try again. I'll find another place.
That was about as good as Isabel Hyde.
Yep, that was exactly as good as this behind. About 2 feet away and not hidden at all.
Or, you know, under the blanket.
Yeah. To be fair, though, didn't the constable say that he was running through there, too? I mean...
But he said he checked every corner.
That's true. Okay.
There's a lot of nooks and crannies in these alleys. I mean...
I know, you would think that, like, the buildings would be really deformed on the inside, right?
What do you think?
Okay,
Is he going to hide here again?
No, he's not going to hide there.
No, not in that corner.
Keep your eyes peeled. He's a slick one, this Holmes. Oh, God. Okay. Well, I mean, this part of the street's really well lit, so you can probably just, like, jaunt down to the other side.
I ain't jaunting anywhere. That jerk will probably pop up from around this corner over here.
And go boo.
No, it's me that goes boo.
Oh, you're tripping over dead bodies.
I know, they just keep... They should really get him to the morgue and stop walking on him.
It's very disrespectful to the dead. Look to your
Are you in the barrel?
Huh. He's right there. I guess it's literally the last place where he might have missed them.
Mr. Holmes, it wasn't difficult to find you at all.
It is obvious now. No one could escape Constable Marrow's lamp while hiding in the street.
Oh, please.
Oh, you got another clue. Coroner's inciting the latent statements problem. They're actually making you go through the clues a lot this time. Okay, so what does this one tell us? If we can assume that there was one more person at Half Moon Street at the time of the crime, then there was no way forward or backwards. Escape only up. Let's reenact the action. Recreate the fireworks described by Layton and attempt to climb the wall. I feel like the fireworks are unnecessary.
Spider-Man is going to be here.
I told you. But that'll have to be for next time, because we actually are already over an hour. Find the flare gun and climbing equipment? Really? Where the fuck are we going to get the... Whatever. Anyway.
They'll be hiding there somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Do you think they're hidden better than Sherlock?
Back pocket.
Yeah. Alright, so next time we will chase the Ninja Houdini Spider-Man up the walls. But until then, thank you all for watching, and we will see you next week.
In a week, our corpses will be mushed.